What's up guys, assalamu alaikum, it's your boy Ali back with another video. Mufti Menk is exposed. Guys, I think my head is gonna explode. Somebody give me water, bro. I need some water. Bro, where's the... Oh yeah, I'm fasting. Alright guys, jokes aside, if you're unaware of what's going on, basically the boy Mufti Menk had to show someone his tank. I want to sincerely apologize for making that joke. Yeah, basically Mufti Menk is a scholar in Islam that majority of modern day Muslims know about because of his presence on social media and the way he relates to everyone who's Muslim and non-Muslim. He's just a great guy, or so you think. Now I'm just playing. Basically Mufti Menk, during this whole quarantine thing going on, he's been doing his live streams on Instagram where he invites random people in his chat to the stream with him to, just talk, have a good time. And it's just another way for him to give dawah to people. Everything sounds good, right? Like nothing wrong. Well, just wait a minute. Somebody had to come onto his live and just ruin it for everyone else.
How are you, sister?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, may Allah bless you and strengthen you, give you goodness and ease and grant you the best Ramadan. May Allah forgive all our shortcomings and grant us good guidance and give us Jannatul Firdaus. The aim of the whole Ramadan is to worship Allah alone and to please Him, achieve taqwa, and inshallah to be able to serve Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala until the day we die.
Everything is good so far. They're both pretty nice to each other. Mufti Menk especially nice, but that's what you would expect from this guy that's always smiling. But just wait, just listen to what she says now, because this is where everything goes from normal to boom, down. Jahannam level down.
I was a fan of yours since I was quite young, since I was like 13. However, as I started to learn the deen, I came across some stuff you said which was completely contradicting Islam. And you're here coming on Instagram live with women who aren't even covering their face. Like, subhanAllah, don't you fear Allah?
Mufti Menk and contradiction? No, I didn't hear that right.
Completely contradicting Islam. And you're here coming on Instagram live with women who aren't even covering their face. Like, subhanAllah, don't you fear Allah?
Ooh. So far what we got from this is that this girl used to be a big fan of Mufti Menk until she started studying for herself using her own brain, because she's so much smarter than everyone else, to study the Quran. And she realized, Mufti Menk, he's a hypocrite. He goes completely against the Quran and Sunnah. I know what's right. He's 100% wrong, despite the fact that he probably has a billion times more levels of knowledge than me. But not only that, she calls him out for having people who don't cover their face hop on the live streams with them. To think that Mufti Menk has the ability to control who's gonna wear a hijab or... Like, imagine if you're a girl who's kind of struggling with Islam, who doesn't have the strongest faith, and she wants to strengthen her faith, so she goes into one of these live streams and Mufti Menk happens to choose her to come on live with her. Now imagine this. She hops on the stream, and the moment Mufti Menk sees her face, he says, "Astaghfirullah, Jahannam, Jahannam, your face is uncovered, Jahannam, get off." Is that gonna benefit Islam at all? Or is it gonna do the opposite? Pushing that girl away from Islam, not wanting anything to do with it, considering she's been humiliated by one of the biggest scholars in Islam right now. Like, it's such a simple concept that I don't know how these people don't understand. And another thing, covering your face is not something that you're going to be punished for. Like, there's a difference of opinion on it. So you're not getting a sin if you're not covering your face. Like, some people say you cover your face, some people say just cover the hair, the neck. And so for her to be saying to him, "Fear Allah, you're having women here that aren't covering your face," like, who are you to say that? You don't even know what you're talking about.
Just that one point, if I can just put forward something, but I tell you what, we have to reach out to people who are not on our level and, people who are not on your level. Not everyone thinks the same and not everyone is the same. The whole world is different. And to be able to empower people and reach out to them using a beautiful way and a method is part of the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ, because if you look at how he spoke to various categories of people, it was always different. So subhanallah, it's amazing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has allowed us different understandings to be able to reach out to others, to bring them closer and closer to Allah. We haven't been able to practice quite a lot of things sometimes.
Okay, let's put that aside. Would you...
Just hang on a second.
Bro, like, come on. He's responding to your accusation that he should be fearing Allah because of what he does. And as he's responding, you're saying, let's put that aside. Now that you refuted that point, let's push it to the side and act like it didn't happen, Like, come on, fam. Be fair.
You're saying the Quran is a history book. The Quran is no history book. We're supposed to look at the Quran. Can I talk? I think you had enough time to talk.
Subhanallah, man. This girl, like, this is her second accusation that she's saying that Mufti Menk claims that the Quran is solely a history book. And just the way she says it is so disrespectful. Like, come on. Aside from him even being just a scholar in Islam, that, you know, you should have some sort of respect towards him because of his credentials. He's an elder. He's definitely older than you. Like, have some respect for that. You know, this guy is probably the same age as your dad. You know, you're not supposed to talk to your parents like that. This is someone that's probably the same age as your dad, maybe even older, maybe a little bit younger, and you're talking with so much disrespect. But yeah, let's see what Mufti Menk has to say in response to this, because trust me, this girl is just something. She doesn't have enough oxygen reaching her brain right now, so let's just hear what he says.
I said the Quran is a history book, and I've never said that it's a history book. Look, I tell you one thing, never a history book. The Quran has in it. Someone said that I said these things that I didn't say. They took a clip and they want to make it sound like I said it. The Quran has three things in it. It has news of what happened before us. You cannot deny it. The stories of Saleh, the stories of Hud, the story of Adam, the story. So that is an accurate record of what happened in the past. That's one portion of the Quran.
So
if you deny that, you've denied the Quran. So you cannot say that it doesn't have it, but that's not all that the Quran has.
Her second accusation has now been refuted by Mufti Menk. Let's see what she says next, because these types of people, they don't only come with one argument, they don't come with two arguments, they come with a whole mag of arguments that they can just rapid fire at these people, hoping that they won't be able to respond to all of them. So, you know, let's see what she says next.
if you're gonna speak about deen, you can't be sitting at home and just like run your mouth 24/7. You have to actually, we have to see action. What about the 3,000? What about the 3,000 Muslims who died last year because of Trump and Russia and Syria and the army? They killed 3,000 people, but these are the things you don't see in the news because of deceptive sheikhs like yourself. You come on and blabber, but we see no action. This is not being emotional. I'm trying to speak for all these idiots who actually follow you.
Oh, idiots. So now, not only is she disrespecting Mufti Menk, she's now calling everyone, every single person who follows him, which is, I'm pretty sure he has more than 1 million followers, idiots. So she's catching those sins right there, because she doesn't know who these people are, and she's calling them idiots. And sure, she might have said it out of anger or frustration, but like, you don't say that, you know, especially on a public platform.
I don't get why people follow you when there's...
I didn't call you an idiot. I speak to you with so much respect, but I disagree. And I believe I can teach you. I believe I can make you understand if you're willing to listen. Because you're calling people idiots, it already shows you have no respect for other human beings who may be better than you today or tomorrow. And you're calling them idiots. So the first thing you need to correct about yourself is when you're talking to those you disagree with, learn to respect them. They were created by Allah. They were created by Allah, my beloved sister. Look at me calling you my beloved sister, and I disagree with some of what you said.
Man, subhanallah, like, what else can you say? Like, this guy is so respectful. He's such a respectful person. Someone's out here trying to basically defame you, saying everyone that follows you is an idiot, calling you deceptive, telling you to fear Allah. And you're responding with nothing but love, whereas she's just continuously insulting you. I can't put it in better words than what Mufti Menk says. You know, we're all created by Allah, so, and you don't know if these people are better than you today or tomorrow. You can't be calling them idiots. It's just disrespectful. But yeah, let's see what this genius of Islam, this immense scholar of Islam, has to say next to the boy Mufti Menk.
When I started reading the Quran, half of the stuff you said contradicted Islam and Sharia had taught.
Half of the stuff he says contradicts the Islam and the Sharia. That is false. I'm not Mufti Menk, but the stuff I've seen from him, I know it does not contradict Islam. And you know, you're saying half of the stuff. Let's see what give us the points, because everything you've mentioned, like, Mufti Menk is easily refuting it. So let's see what you got to say. It's just ridiculous. These people have no backing to what they say. They just fire one argument, and the moment it gets refuted, they jump to the next shot right away. Just keep going until the whole mag is done, and then they just disappear.
Let me tell you this: when Dajjal comes, he mixes truth with deceit.
Dajjal. Now we see where it's going. So she's one of those people that are comparing Mufti Menk to Dajjal, Al-Masih Dajjal, who's gonna cause one of the greatest fitnas for the Muslim Ummah. She's saying Mufti Menk is the equivalent of Dajjal. Headache. I'm losing brain cells. Let's just keep going.
That is going to make matters even worse. So you want to solve the problems. We all know there are problems. We all know what we're facing, but how to resolve it, we may differ. So you might want to resolve it in a way that would create a bigger disaster than the disaster that is there. And perhaps I might want to resolve it in a way.
Okay, what about the verse of the Quran that Allah says, fight them until there's no fitna in the dunya? You can't just be sitting at home and giving dawah like this. This is not the way to go.
Just to pause it right there again, like, come on. Your point has been refuted and you're realizing you're losing the argument, so you're just gonna throw in a Quran verse that you have no idea of the context of it. You have no idea what it means. You don't know what you're talking about. You've been misinformed by some radicalized idiots on YouTube. Those guys are the real idiots, the ones that are telling you these things. You just started reading the Quran. You probably don't even read it with tafsir. You don't know what you're talking about. But let's see what Mufti Menk has to say about this, because I'm sure he's not gonna let this one slide.
Sister, your interpretation of that verse is totally wrong. Giving da'wah,
And yours is right?
don't ever undermine the giving da'wah in a positive way. People are coming to the deen because of efforts of people who speak to them with respect. Not the deen was never ever spread by the gun or the sword, and perhaps that's what you think. And you know what? Go and learn the context of the verses that you are citing, because you've never learned context. You are just simply listening to people who are brainwashing you to believe that the verses of war means you must just take them and apply them anywhere on earth. So anyway, I've told you my piece. It's a dose, inshallah, that you can hear today.
Subhanallah, simple as that. She doesn't know the context. It's easy reads, and she doesn't, because if she did, she would have said something there. You know, all Mufti Menk, she would have responded to that. But no, she sat there quietly saying, oh, your understanding is correct, but mine isn't. Like, what? If you're making a claim that this verse means this, provide the context for that meaning that. You can't just throw arguments out there with no evidence and no backing to it. That just shows how weak your arguments are and how deceptive you really are.
The only reason people are showing you so much love is because they don't know anything about the Quran and Sunnah, and you're mixing truth with falsehood. You're literally mixing truth with falsehood.
I have given you what you need to hear, and Allah will ask me and I will say I gave it to you. You know that I've studied the deen a lot. I have ijazah in Quran. I have ijazah in so many things which I don't
know
need to say.
Who else knows more than you? Iblis knows more than you, but yet he chose to be arrogant.
Guys, I'm just gonna end it there, man. Like, she's now comparing him to Iblis. Now that Mufti Menk has responded to every single claim she's made, every accusation she's thrown, and to which she had no backing, she didn't provide no context, no evidence, he's responded to every single claim of hers. And now that she's losing and realizing that she's wrong, she's just saying, oh, you're literally mixing the truth with the falsehood. Iblis knew more than you, and you're talking about knowledge. Like, just stop. Subhanallah, you're practicing now, but just keep those thoughts to yourself, because they obviously do not meet the standards of true Islam. They're not what the Prophet taught. They're just what these crazy idiots believe behind their computer screens. They think that we all gotta be fighting each other. We gotta make Islam take over, because that's not what it is. That's not what it is. This minority, this 0.0001% of people that think this way, they're the real idiots out there. They're the real idiots. Anyways, guys, that's it. I know you guys probably have headaches just like I do right now, because my head literally hurts. I think she lacks oxygen in her head. Like, there's not enough oxygen going to her brain. Because how are you coming up with all these accusations to one of the greatest Muslims in our ummah today? Like, in my opinion, you're not supposed to be gassing up people like that in Islam, but like, in my opinion, I think he's one of the greatest Muslims out there right now. He's a role model for a lot of people. So let me know what you guys think about this down below. Do you guys agree with her? If you do, let me know why. Like, I genuinely am curious. Why would you agree with her? Like, what is she saying that's facts? And if you disagree with her, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video. Peace.